Oh boy. So it's funny because in it's the second recording of this video. In the first one, I mentioned something about people having throat chakra blockages when trying to speak on and deliver certain messages about what's going on and technical difficulties, and my microphone was off the whole time. But we'll just do it again. And I'm going to keep the same cards out, and we'll go over the message and what I'm here to talk to you guys about, even though the cards are a formality, as I had said before. This is mostly about the dark history videos. Trigger warning with all that. But learning the dark history and truths that our government, religion, and everyone wants to hide, that are being exposed now. This came up in several readings over time. Exposure, exposed. Well, some dark history is being exposed naturally with what's going on right now with Ukraine and the child trafficking and how bad that is, and adrenochrome, and the old families, Squid Games, and stuff like that. So I'm just going to show you these cards, with the actual first card that I drew from the Fairy Wicked deck and the clarification card, and we'll go through lots of major arcana. So for the overall energy, for what people needed to know for the worldly wisdom was lower world. We need to know what goes on and behind closed doors in the shadows, the things that the church has been trying to hide for a while. We're being guided to expose that stuff. You got to learn and educate yourself, light and dark, that balance. We can know herbs and give tarot readings that help us with our love life and stuff, but what about, people are also talking about these three wars that are going on. The actual war within ourselves that we battle with as we're learning ourselves throughout life, and then there's the actual physical war going on the other side of the pond, that has been off and on pretty much. And I had paused there, so if there's like an awkward thing there, it's because I disconnected and reconnected. That's been happening too. Like I said, people have been strained from wanting to talk about this. Throat chakra's blocked, or they'll rattle off into something else. We've really been having a hard time just talking about these things and getting it out there, because the other side's deeply established. They have secret societies, kings, queens, very dark things. And if you actually go and watch the video, the truth about religions, that forgotten history of how they originated, the things that they did that they just try to sweep under the rug. There's a lot of mention of the age of Aquarius and Pisces. Like, hey, a lot of people don't want you to know these things. A lot of the refugees and stuff that just got released or left from Ukraine, if you pay attention, that was a lot of children, a lot of trafficked children. They're going to have a lot of trauma and all that stuff. And wherever they go, there's going to have to be people that help them through the trauma. We're going to have to talk about these things. Otherwise, that's going to stay with them and their experience. And if you know anything about the psychology of like pedophiles and stuff like that, being abused by one can increase the chances of being one, especially in males. And we don't really mature fully in the brain to where like 27 to 30, and I don't care if the child's anyways, as I was saying, or the connectivity, I don't care if the child's 3, 6, 9, 16, 17, or even 19, 20. Like, no. Consent always, and not even that, it's their, not even just the sex trafficking. Now it's for body parts, organs, adrenochrome. Like, there's way much darker stuff than sex trafficking. And you think if someone just loses 2 million pieces of merchandise, they're not going to be looking for more merchandise. Like, educate yourself on that. Your children are targets right now. Watch them, guard dog them. You know, I see more and more kidnappings of kids every day in Denver, Colorado, where I live, and we're finding them because more and more people are realizing we got to pay attention. It takes seconds. A lot of people don't want people educated on the good, bad, the dark, and the ugly, but you know, we're going to do it anyways. A lot of people are trying to stop people's voices. Judgment's coming. Like, you can't hide behind your religion or your faith or your bullshit anymore, you know. If we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. You know, a lot of these people that want more, you know, celebrating extravagant parties, they want a whole bunch of money. Like, that's the problem. And a lot of people don't even know these people exist. If you don't know what's done in the dark, how could you possibly bring it to light to fight it or to help? And I'm not saying everyone has to do that. Like, some of you were just here for your day-to-day stuff. But there's other people in the spiritual community. We're really fighting that war. We know things, and we're trying to wake people up and educate them so we can change, so we can build back better. And we're protected. They also want to guard these secrets. Like I said, there's people in the spiritual community, you'd be mind blown if you realize the work that they do is preventing you from being educated and knowing what's really going on. You know, that they've been spinning and telling you the same story, the same journey over and over and over again. It's just the same shit on repeat. Let's get real.